When Scarlett Johansson turned 40, she chose to finally address one of the most persistent rumors of her career: whispers of a secret feud with her longtime friend and co-star Chris Evans. For years, the internet had turned small moments into massive conspiracies, analyzing interviews, red carpet clips, and even playful jokes between the actors as evidence that something darker was brewing beneath the surface. Scarlett revealed that watching speculation spiral year after year felt like witnessing strangers rewrite her personal history. Every silence, every absence from a joint interview, and every moment of professional distance became fuel for a narrative she never recognized. And as she sat down to speak candidly about it, her tone carried the weight of someone tired of being misunderstood. What shocked fans most wasn't that Scarlett denied the feud. It was that she admitted the rumors did hurt, not because they were true, but because they overshadowed one of the most genuine friendships in her life. She spoke about how taxing it was to see people turn a natural ebb in professional collaboration into a supposed falling out. Scarlett explained that as she approached 40, she had grown more reflective, more protective of the relationships that shaped her, and more determined to set the record straight. Her decision to speak now wasn't for publicity. It was because she didn't want a false narrative becoming the legacy of a friendship that had been built on trust. Scarlett traced the beginning of her bond with Chris Evans back to 2004, long before the Marvel Universe existed. They met as young actors working on The Perfect Score, both still climbing their way up Hollywood's ladder. She described those early days as refreshingly simple: no billion-dollar franchises, no global expectations, just two actors learning the industry together. They shared jokes, ambitions, frustrations, and the insecurities that every 20-something actor carries. According to Scarlett, Chris was one of the first people in Hollywood who made her feel genuinely seen, without pretense or competition. That foundation became the bedrock that would later carry them through some of the most challenging moments of their careers. Scarlett said that from the very beginning, Chris had an almost uncanny ability to lighten intense situations. Whether it was a difficult shoot or emotional personal moment, he had a way of making everything feel manageable again. She emphasized that this early bond was why the rumors of tension always felt so absurd to her. People were projecting drama into a connection that had always been rooted in authenticity and real respect. When Iron Man revolutionized Hollywood in 2008 and the Marvel Cinematic Universe began to take shape, neither Scarlett nor Chris fully understood how much their lives would change. Scarlett joined as Natasha Romanoff in Iron Man 2, 2010, and Chris soon followed as Captain America. Suddenly, they were no longer just working actors. They were global icons carrying some of the most influential characters of the generation. Scarlett revealed that this period was exhilarating but overwhelming. With every film came more pressure, more attention, and more weight placed on every word and gesture in public. And that's where the earliest seeds of the feud rumors began. As their stardom skyrocketed, they were often scheduled separately, asked different questions, or pulled into different promotional paths. Scarlett admitted that she and Chris always understood the importance of maintaining professionalism, but what fans interpreted as distance was often just exhaustion or scheduling chaos. The truth was that Marvel brought them closer than ever behind the scenes, but it also created endless opportunities for the public to misinterpret the small, normal variations in their dynamic. Scarlett addressed several specific moments that internet detectives had pointed to as proof of a feud. One example was a 2018 interview where she looked tired and answered a question briefly while Chris gave a longer, more animated response. For years, fans referenced that clip as evidence of tension. Scarlett finally explained what really happened. She had been running on almost no sleep while juggling filming, rehearsals, and parenting responsibilities. She wasn't angry, she was exhausted. And Chris, being Chris, had no problem carrying the energy for both of them. Another infamous moment came during a press tour when Chris teased Scarlett about her costume, and she jokingly rolled her eyes. The clip went viral, with fans calling it awkward and tense. Scarlett laughed as she explained the truth. It was a joke they'd been batting back and forth for years. She said that when people only watch a 5-second clip without understanding the inside jokes behind it, the meaning gets lost. Those misunderstandings, she said, became fuel for a rumor mill she never felt was worth responding to, until now. Scarlett admitted that the rumors didn't come out of nowhere. They intensified during a specific period when she and Chris weren't appearing together as often. She explained that around 2020 to 2022, their careers began diverging naturally. Scarlett became deeply involved in producing, motherhood, and building new creative partnerships, while Chris began focusing on independent projects, voice work, and activism. Their professional worlds simply drifted temporarily. But social media spun that natural distance into drama. Scarlett revealed that the real reason they weren't seen together was that they were both navigating enormous life changes privately, changes that had nothing to do with one another. Ironically, she said Chris was one of the few people she confided in during some of her most stressful professional disputes. The distance wasn't emotional, it was logistical. Yet because the world didn't see that, assumptions filled the silence. As Scarlett reflected on her career, she admitted that one of the most unexpected pressures of fame was the demand for constant displays of friendship. Fans expected her and Chris to act like characters in a movie, always together, always joking, always appearing inseparable. When real life didn't match that fantasy, people assumed something was wrong. Scarlett said the expectation was unfair and unnatural. No real relationship, she explained, stays consistently public, perfectly photographed, and continuously synchronized. She shared that this pressure often made her cautious about even simple interactions. If she wasn't overly energetic around Chris in public, the internet framed it as coldness. If she was joking with him off camera, people accused her of mocking him. Scarlett said that one of the hardest parts of the rumor cycle was watching fans turn ordinary human behavior into sensational narratives. Over time, she realized you cannot control public fantasy, you can only be responsible for the truth. Scarlett revealed one of the most emotional moments she ever had with Chris, a moment that proved the strength of their bond despite the noise around them. During a particularly stressful time in her life, when she felt overwhelmed by professional criticism and public scrutiny, Chris showed up at her home unexpectedly with dinner, insisting she take a break and talk. She described sitting at her kitchen table crying while he listened without judgment, reminding her that she didn't need to be Scarlett Johansson, global superstar. With him, she could just be herself. She said it was in those quiet, private moments that she realized how absurd the feud rumors were. While the world speculated about imaginary conflict, Chris was one of the people who helped her navigate the most difficult periods of her personal and professional life. She emotionally added that true friendships often exist in spaces the public will never see, and perhaps that's why they're so often misunderstood. Scarlett admitted she avoided addressing the feud rumors for years because she didn't want to legitimize them. She believed that acknowledging baseless speculation only feeds it. But as she approached 40, she began to see the story differently. She realized that by staying silent, she had allowed a false narrative to overshadow a friendship that had shaped her career in profound ways. The rumors had become so widespread that they even confused younger fans who had only seen edited clips online. She finally decided that the truth mattered, not to defend herself, but to honor someone she considered family. She said Chris had always supported her, always believed in her, and always treated her like a sister. Letting a lie live that long felt wrong. So, she broke her silence not to start a conversation, but to end one. Scarlett was clear and confident when she described her relationship with Chris Evans today. It is strong, warm, and built on 20 years of trust.